Thank you, Sue. Thank you for inviting me. Excuse the shiny face. It's such a pleasure to be here, and thank you for your kind words. I'm really feeling the connection to Thich Nhat Hanh and the community of Interbeing at the moment, with it being recently a year since his passing. And I did learn, well, so much from so many amazing teachers, but he was one of the dominant influences, really, starting back in 2008 when he held a retreat here in Nottingham in the UK, which is where I'm based, and say hi to a few others from Nottingham, but also all around the world. You know, it just touches me so deeply how we connect in this way, and to have that image of us all sitting around the world in community practicing together, it blows me away. So really happy to be here and be part of this, and I've enjoyed the previous days and the practices that have been offered. So the practice today, it's a gratitude and loving kindness practice to really help with our resilience, and particularly given the challenging times that we're facing. You know, just naming climate change as one issue that I know can cause anxiety for a lot of people, and particularly our young people. So it's really a practice to help us to really appreciate and deepen our connection with nature, and to help when climate anxiety might emerge, and to be aware of that. Of course, anxiety can be quite depleting. My personal practice has really benefited a long history of anxiety, which I'm happy to share. Without it, I would not be sitting here. So I know how depleting and how challenging it can be. And as Thich Nhat Hanh has taught, that we really need to take care of this anxiety to enable us to sustainably act to make a difference, and to help ourselves, our communities and the world. To start with a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh, he says if there's peace in oneself, there's peace in the world. So it's starting with ourselves first, and then radiating out that peace in oneself and peace in the world. So the practice will be 20 minutes to half an hour, and there are 3 stages to it. So to begin with, inviting gratitude, and then moving into loving kindness, and then an invitation to sit with a question, and I will end with a poem that I'll read twice, a short poem. So the practice does involve some visualization. So if that's difficult or not appropriate for you, please you choose how you spend this time. You know, maybe just choosing to sit in the stillness and awareness of us all sitting together. And if any difficult feelings, thoughts, emotions come up, just taking good care. You might want to draw upon some of the amazing practices that have gone before that you might have found helpful. So from those, I remember imagining a multicolored cloak wrapped around you, keeping you safe, receiving healing light, perhaps from the moon. As Sue mentioned, we've got a full moon here in the UK, though it's not visible yet, I don't think. Imagining yourself in the company of friends, family or pets who have or continue to give you unconditional love, be it in the past or present. What a beautiful practice. Or perhaps staying with a mantra. You might like mantra practices, such as I am peace, particularly for this one, or I am love, but you doing what's right for you. Okay, so that's the introduction. So now if you'd like to find a comfortable posture for 20 to 30 minutes of practice, I'd recommend either sitting or lying down for this one. So if you're sitting, inviting you to have your feet flat on the floor, sitting fairly straight with the intention of being alert and awake, and the hands resting comfortably in the lap. Or if you particularly feel that you'd welcome some more self-compassion today, you might choose to place one or both hands at the heart, finding what's comfortable for you in this moment, and noticing your experience as you adjust your position, feeling the hands, the sense of touch and warmth, and noticing. So inviting you to soften your gaze or close your eyes if that feels okay. I'm just settling into the posture. So aware of gravity and an invitation to surrender to that and allow the body to be supported by the chair or the floor. An invitation to let go of any tensing or bracing. The weight coming down, supported. Making any adjustments as you take your attention inward. If you're sitting, do you need to sit up a little straighter? So a comfortable but alert sitting practice if you're sitting. And now inviting you to bring your attention to the breath and feel the sensations of the breath. Noticing its natural rhythm at this moment. Just noticing, not controlling it, now allowing it to be as it is. Rhythmically flowing in and out. Maybe aware of sound or sensations in the nostrils or the mouth. Movement of the chest or belly. And if you notice there was a lot of tension in the body at this stage, you may choose to intentionally deepen the breath to help relax the body a little more. Breathing deep into the belly if you choose. And inviting you to let go on the exhalation and release any residual stress or tension or worries with the out breath. And of course, the invitation to return to the breath at any time during the meditation if it's helpful for you to settle. There's always a choice. Just breathing. So now inviting you to bring to mind aspects of nature that have nurtured you throughout your life. Plants, flowers, trees, insects, pets. Noticing places, colours, smells, sounds. Softness, perhaps softness of grass, of leaves, of buds. Warmth or coolness. Perhaps a sunset on a special holiday. The healing of the light of the moon appearing above the sea, the mountains, or above your favourite city. And noticing any sensations as you bring to mind the many nurturing aspects of nature throughout your journey. Any sensations in the body now? Perhaps checking at the heart. Maybe a small smiles have appeared on your lips, just noticing your experience. A kind, friendly, curious noticing of what these images bring up for you. Excuse me. Noticing or inviting thoughts or feelings of gratitude for how the many and varied aspects of nature have nurtured your life. For the pure oxygen offered freely by the trees, in a cycle, using the carbon dioxide reaching them from our exhalations. That deep connection. Perhaps of growing food, of growing vegetables, and the nutrients in the earth providing our food and sustenance, and the pleasure of being able to grow something. What more can you notice? Smells, colours, plants, insects, birds, swans gliding across a lake. And I'll leave you now for a few minutes in silence to explore this experience of nurture from nature and gratitude that may arise or that you may invite, but remembering to take care of any difficulty that might come up. I'll call you back in a couple of minutes. Now, you might choose to stay with this part of the practice, but if you'd like to move on to the next stage of loving kindness, the invitation is to bring to mind an area close to home, maybe a garden area, allotment, or park, and to offer the following thoughts, feelings, wishes, or intentions to the ecosystems there. May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients from the earth. And noticing your experience if you choose to sit with these questions or that offer these intentions, May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients from the earth. And notice any thoughts, feelings, your experience of sitting with these wishes, intentions. Now inviting you to broaden to include your town, your village, the broader area around you, and inviting those same wishes or intentions for the ecosystem, the wildlife. May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients from the earth. Noticing which words that you particularly connect with or inviting your own. May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients from the earth. Just noticing that friendly, curious awareness. And inviting you now to broaden further to the city or county. Inviting the same wishes, intentions, or feelings for the wildlife, for the ecosystems. May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients from the earth. Noticing sensations in the body, thoughts. May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients. And now inviting you to broaden still to the country, to the continent, and to the whole world. The ecosystems all connected in one whole. And inviting the same wishes and intentions for the world. May you continue to flourish and thrive. May you grow strong with sufficient water, sunlight, and nutrients. enabling trees, wildlife, insects, birds, and humans to flourish. Maybe noticing a deep appreciation of interbeing and interconnection. Aware of the cloud in a cup of tea and the tea in the cloud. A woodcutter and tree seen in the pages of a book, or the book to come when you look at a tree. So deeply, deeply connected. Just sitting a few moments in the stillness of letting that loving kindness stage of the practice settle. And again, the choice to stay with that part of the practice and the stillness, or to move to the next stage, the invitation to sit with a question. As Jon Kabat-Zinn and others say, the answers lie close to the questions, or the answers lie within us. So just inviting you to sit with a question if it feels appropriate for you, and to notice what emerges. How can I deepen my connection with nature? How can I deepen my connection with nature? If you're struggling with anxiety about the planet and the climate, you might choose to sit with, how can I take care of my anxiety about the planet and the environment? Or maybe you're noticing or wanting to do more to contribute, and you might choose to sit with the question, what more can I do, however small, to help nurture plants, trees, and wildlife in my local community and the wider world? Or sitting with your own question and not trying to force an answer, but inviting you just to sit with the question and notice what emerges. How can I deepen my connection with nature? How can I take care of climate anxiety What more can I do, however small, to help nurture plants, trees, and wildlife in my local community and wider world? And noticing. If nothing emerges, noticing that too, that's fine. Maybe aware that you already contribute a lot, and maybe what emerges is that you could be doing too much, and noticing that too. And repeating your question one more time. How can I deepen my connection with nature? How can I take care of climate anxiety when it emerges in me? What more can I do, however small, to help nurture the plants, trees, and wildlife in my local community and the wider world? Noticing. Excuse me. Noticing if anything different emerged when the questions were repeated. Now inviting you to take your attention back into your body, sitting here or lying, supported, breathing. Part of a global community, taking care of ourselves and each other in this feast for the soul. Perhaps noticing any difference from when you first checked in with your body and your posture at the beginning, or not, just being curious. And I'd like to invite you now to listen to a poem that I'll read twice, a short poem. The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. So inviting you now to bring some movement perhaps into fingers and toes. You might choose to stretch. We gradually bring our attention back into the room. Thank you. I look forward to hearing your reflections. I think hand over to Sue now.